But you don't need to make 5 different kinds of dough. We're just going to fill them with different things. We're going to be topping them with something different, so we can use a base dough and work from there.
Oh, that's great. So what's the base dough?
The base dough is a very basic, short, almost like a shortbread cookie. There's no leavening in it because we don't want it to spread.
Okay.
We want to keep, and they're very rich, a lot of butter.
Okay.
So it's like a butter cookie.
Okay.
We're going to make the little round thumbprint cookies.
Okay.
Okay. And there's different ways to do that. We have a tiny little scoop. So if we want to scoop, you can just take our dough and then just scoop it out, fill it, and then make it a little more round and put them in here.
So
now
that a scoop is a great idea. That way they're all even.
All the same way, right. And if that takes too much time, you don't want to mess with that. What we can actually do is take our log.
Okay.
This could take a long time if we had to scoop each one out. But I can take these now and just put them on here, and they're ready to go. We have colored sugar on some of those. We've taken a little, I call it an egg white wash. I take 1 egg white and a tablespoon of water, and you want to mix that up, and then we're going to lightly brush some of these before we even put them on the pan.
Now
here.
what does that do? Does
That will adhere the sugar. And then we're going to put them in our sugar, and then when we get all our cookies on, we're going to be putting a little. Now, if you have big fingers, you might need to use your pinky, okay? But an indentation because we want to fill that after we bake them.
Now let's talk about the different varieties that you made, the different
Okay.
ways you filled the thumb cookies.
Right. Well, this is a jam, and you get a nice quality jam. This is a raspberry jam. When they come out of the oven, let them cool, and then we're going to put the jam on them. This is just some of the icing that we had left over from doing our sugar cookies.
So you rolled this one in green sugar and then just put a little vanilla icing in the top.
Because sometimes people just like icing. The other one I have here is a caramel. So I melted some caramels, and you can put that in the middle, and then I put a little bit of chocolate, like our chocolate candies, like our little chocolate coating that we put on top. We don't have to temper that, and that's a different flavor. But again, we're going to put the wash. So we're going to brush them a little bit, okay, and then we're going to flatten them, and I'm going to put them right in the nuts, and then that goes on the tray. Now these I would probably bake on a different tray because they're so flat, they'll bake faster. And then when they came out, I took again some of the candy melts and I melted those and then just did some drizzle on them.
Just drizzled a little
and
chocolate on top.
And you could have a color or you can just use the chocolate. This is the classic pecan fingers, but I like the finger shape because it gives us a different look.
Right.
So again, we have the third of the dough and then we put some nuts in it after it's made, or after we divided it.
Did you put pecans or
I
what
put
did you?
pecan. We're going to make balls first because we want the consistency, and then you're going to roll them out into a little finger. Okay. And depending on someone's finger, you tell little kids, all right, so either an index finger for the little ones, or it could be our little pinky, and then these are all going to be the same size. And this is one, again, that you could roll out into a log. You want these a little thinner than the other log we made. Again, you're kind of pinky size, and then we can take it, turn it here, and then we can cut it in half, and then we can cut.
Oh, look at that.
Otherwise,
That's
you
much
spend
more
all day.
efficient.
Well, it depends how much time you have. This is therapeutic. I could do this all day.
It
long,
is
so.
therapeutic, although it would be fun for the kids too to keep measuring it.
We bake these separate too, and then when they're cool, we roll them in powdered sugar,
And that's it.
and that's it.
One batch of dough.
Yes.
You've got your whole hostess tray. of
That's
cookies to
right.
take. Perfect.
All right. Well, keep rolling, Susan.
Stop talking, keep rolling.
That's the hardest thing, to keep the hands going while we visit.